This is CrewAI, Lesson 2, the Boss Agent. Time to give our crew a manager. In the next few minutes, you'll build a team of AI agents, led by a boss that hands out the work, and watch them write and review working Python code on their own. Here's what we'll do today. First, build a hierarchical crew, a manager plus 3 specialists. Then, give that manager the power to delegate each task to the right specialist. Run it live, and watch the delegation happen in real time. And when it hits a real bug, we'll debug it and fix it together, the part most tutorials skip. You'll type it with me, step by step. The full code is on GitHub, linked in the description. Let's build. Let's set up the project the fast way, with UV. One command, UV in it, and we get a whole Python project. It scaffolds everything, a pyproject.toml, a pinned Python version, a gitignore, and a readme. This PyProject file is the project's heart, its name, its Python version, and dependencies, empty for now. Plus a starter, main.py, just a hello for now. We'll swap it for our crew soon. Now the key step, UV add CrewAI with the Azure Inference Extra plus python.env. It installs the whole tree instantly. Dozens of packages resolved and locked automatically. And the PyProject file updates itself. Our 2 dependencies are now right here. This is the foundation the crew runs on. UV sync makes the environment exactly match the lock file, fully reproducible. And UV.lock pins every package and hash. Don't edit it. UV owns it. Setup done. Next, we build a crew. Every crew needs a brain, a large language model. In CrewAI, one shared model powers every agent on the team. So let's give our crew that brain. First, we load our secret keys from the .env file with load.env. Then from CrewAI, we import the core building blocks, agent, task, crew, process, and the LLM class. And here's the brain itself. One LLM, pointing at Azure/GPT-4o Mini. Every agent shares this one model. But where does that model actually live? In Azure. This is my Foundry project, and these are my model deployments. See GPT-4o Mini? That deployment name is exactly what goes into the code. Azure/GPT-4o Mini. And because I use the standard key names, the env loads them automatically. Nothing hard-coded. Now, let's meet the crew, 3 specialist agents. An owl architect to design, a beaver engineer to build, and a cat reviewer to catch the bugs. Notice they all share the exact same pattern, a role, a goal, and a backstory. Here's the key difference. The role is the hat the agent wears, its job title. The backstory is its personality and expertise, and the goal is what it is aiming to achieve. Now, in prompt terms you already know, the role, goal, and backstory together become the agent's system prompt. The task we hand it later becomes the user prompt. And feature, in curly braces, is the context, the detail we inject at runtime. That is the power of that placeholder. The same crew can build anything. We just pass the feature in when we run it. Finally, 2 settings. Allow delegation is set to false, so each specialist only does its own job. The boss will delegate. And the verbose flag, set to true, prints each agent's thinking to the terminal. But who decides who does what? We add a boss, a manager agent. Here, the lion. He doesn't write code himself. He delegates each task to the right specialist and decides when the whole job is truly done. Here's the boss in code, a manager agent, the lion. Same 3 pieces, a role, a goal, and a backstory. But his goal isn't to write code. It is to break the request into tasks and delegate each one to the right specialist. And here's the single line that makes him the boss. Allow delegation, set to true. The specialist had this as false. The manager has it true. So he hands out the work instead of doing it himself. He shares the same LLM, and verbose, set to true, lets us watch him think and delegate. Every specialist needs a job. So the owl gets a design task, the beaver gets a build task, and the cat gets a review task. One job each for the boss to hand out. Now the tasks, the actual work. First, a task to design the solution, the function signature, the steps, and the edge cases. Then a task to build it, turning that design into real, working Python. Oh, wait, I almost forgot the third one, and honestly the most important. The reviewer needs a task too. So let me add it, hunt down the bugs, and hand back the final, polished code. Now, notice something about all three. Not one of them names an agent. In a hierarchical crew, you just describe the work. The manager decides who handles each. And every task declares its expected output, a clear definition of done. Design, build, and review. 3 jobs ready for the boss to hand out. And that's the whole crew. One shared brain, a decisive boss, 3 sharp specialists, each with a task. Together, they're ready to ship real, working code. And finally, the crew. This is what ties the whole team together into one unit. The agents list holds our 3 specialists, and notice the manager is not in it. The line goes in separately as manager_agent, the boss set apart from the workers. And here's the one line that changes everything. Process.hierarchical. In Lesson 1, this was sequential, a fixed relay. Hierarchical hands the wheel to the boss. He reads the tasks and decides who works and in what order. Then kickoff starts the crew, passing in our feature. Let's watch the lion put his team to work. Let's run it. UV run, Python main.py, and the crew springs to life. Task 1. The manager hands the design to the owl, and the owl returns the plan. Task 2. The code goes to the beaver, who writes the is_palindrome function. But task 3, the review, starts throwing errors. See these green lines? Each one is a tool result, and each says the same thing, coworker not found. It tries again and again, over and over, 36 times, some straight from cache, never getting through. Until, here, in yellow, maximum iterations reached. The safety brake kicks in. The manager stops, finalizes the code himself, and the crew completes. Now, let's break down exactly what happened. Now, let's trace exactly what happened when we ran it, step by step. Task 1, design. The lion delegates it to the owl. The owl returns the plan, the signature, the steps, the edge cases. Task 1 done. Task 2, build. The lion delegates to the beaver. The beaver writes the is_palindrome function. Task 2 done. Task 3, review. The lion tries to hand it to the reviewer, but the coworker name he passes doesn't exactly match any of the crew. So the tool answers, coworker not found. And now the loop. The lion tries again, same error. And again, same error. Some attempts even come back instantly from cache. Over and over, 36 times, it never gets through. This is where CrewAI steps in with the yellow warning, maximum iterations reached. It's a built-in safety brake. An agent can never loop forever, burning time and API cost. So the lion stops delegating and finalizes the answer himself. He reviews the code and adds a guard. If the text is empty or a single character, return true. So this was never a crash. It was a stuck delegation caught by the safety net, and the crew still delivered correct, reviewed code. Now the fixed run, same command, but the boss is now running on GPT 4.1. Task 1 goes to the owl, design, done. Task 2 to the beaver, the code, done. And task 3, this time, the manager delegates cleanly to the cat, who actually reviews the code. The cat checks the edge cases, confirms the fix, and the crew completes. No loop, no yellow warning. Exactly as designed. So how do we fix it? And here's the part that surprises most people. You'd think the manager has the easy job. He just hands out the work. So surely he can run on the cheapest model. It's actually the opposite. Look at the specialists. Each has one narrow, well-defined job. Design this, code that, review this. A small, cheap model, like GPT-4o Mini, handles those perfectly. But the manager does the hardest thinking in the whole crew. Break the goal into tasks, pick the right specialist, format each delegation exactly, and judge when the work is truly done. That is exactly where the weak model choked. So we give the boss a stronger brain, GPT 4.1, while the workers keep the cheaper GPT-4o Mini. Best model where the thinking is hardest, cheaper models for the focused work. Smarter and cheaper overall. And a bonus, we already had GPT 4.1 deployed in our Azure project, so there was nothing new to set up. If you didn't, you'd simply add one deployment, just like we saw earlier. Now, watch the difference. Design to the owl, done. Build to the beaver, done. And this time, review goes cleanly to the cat, who actually reviews the code, confirms the edge cases, and signs off. No loop, no maximum iterations. The whole crew finally working as one. Now let's look slowly at the one change that fixed everything. At first, every agent shared a single brain, GPT-4o Mini. Cheap and perfect for the specialists' focus jobs. But that same mini model was also running the manager. And the manager's job, planning, and delegating is much harder. That's why it got stuck in a loop. So one new line. We give the boss its own, stronger brain, GPT 4.1. Then we point the manager at that brain instead of the shared, cheaper mini. That's the whole fix. Just 2 lines. The boss gets the stronger brain, the workers stay cheap, and the crew runs clean. Picture a crew with no boss. Everyone's working, but nobody's coordinating. It's chaos. Now bring in a manager. Suddenly there's direction. Someone decides who does what. That manager becomes the brain of the crew, the hub everything runs through. It hands each specialist exactly the right task. It decides who works next and when the job is actually done. And it drives the whole team to the finish. That's a hierarchical crew. And in CrewAI, that boss is just one setting away. The official docs back this up. On processes, the hierarchical process puts a manager in charge. You give it a manager LLM, and it plans, delegates, and validates. Tasks aren't pre-assigned. The manager allocates them. The crew's page lists the knobs right in the crew's attributes. The process and the manager agent or manager LLM. The agent's page shows allowed delegation right next to the role, goal, and backstory we used. And on tasks, the expected output field, which defines what done means for every task. And don't feel overwhelmed by this wall of docs. In real work, you start with just a few pieces that actually matter. That's exactly what this series does. Each lesson picks the essentials and puts them to work one step at a time. And everything we built today is free and open on GitHub. The complete code, plus a README that walks through the whole hierarchical crew, including the GPT 4.1 boss fix, the part most tutorials never show you. So grab it, give it a star if it helped, and the link is right there in the description. Quick quiz. Pause the video after each question and pick your answer. Question 1. Which process makes the crew boss-led? A. Process.sequential. B. Process.hierarchical. C. Process.parallel. D. Process.manager. The answer is B. Process.hierarchical puts a manager in charge of delegation. Question 2. Who decides which specialist does each task? A. You encode. B. The manager agent. C. The first agent. D. It's random. The answer is B. In a hierarchical crew, The manager reads each task and assigns it. Question 3. Which setting lets an agent delegate work? A. Verbose equals true. B. Allow delegation set to true. C. Delegate equals true. D. Manager equals true. The answer is B. The manager has allowed delegation true. The specialists have it false. Question 4. Why do the tasks set no agent? A. It's a bug. B. So the manager assigns them. C. Agents are optional. D. To run faster. The answer is B. You describe the work. The boss decides who does it. Question 5. What does expected output define? A. The model. B. Done for the task. C. The agent's name. D. The run order. The answer is B. A clear definition of done that keeps handoffs clean. Question 6. Role plus goal plus backstory become the agents. A. User prompt. B. Context. C. System prompt. D. Output. The answer is C. Together they set who the agent is. It's system prompt. Question 7. The manager delegates using which tool? A. Run task. B. Delegate work to coworker. C. Assign agent. D. Call worker. The answer is B. And it must pass the exact coworker name. That's what broke our review. Question 8. Maximum iterations reached means? A. It crashed. B. A safety break stopped the loop. C. Out of memory. D. A perfect finish. The answer is B. A guard so an agent can never loop forever, burning time and cost. Question 9. Which agent needs the strongest model? A. The reviewer. B. All of them equally. C. The manager. D. The engineer. The answer is C. The boss does the hardest reasoning, planning, and delegation. Question 10. Sequential versus hierarchical. Key difference? A. Speed. B. Agent count. C. Who sets the order? D. The language. The answer is C. You set the order in sequential. A manager decides in hierarchical. Quick recap. Here's what you just learned. 1. A hierarchical crew is a boss plus specialists. You set it with a hierarchical process. 2. The manager delegates. The tasks don't name an agent, so the boss decides who does what. 3. Every task declares its expected output, a clear definition of done. 4. If an agent gets stuck in a loop, the maximum iterations break stops it safely. And 5, the big one, give the boss the strongest model, GPT 4.1, because the manager does the hardest thinking. And that's the boss agent. You just build a crew with a manager that delegates. Everything we built is up on GitHub, the whole project completely free. Grab it at this link. It's also in the description below. If this helped you, a like and a subscribe genuinely keep this little channel alive, and let me keep making these hands-on lessons for you. Tap the bell so you never miss the next one. The full code is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.